Good evening, students. Today we are going to discuss the chapter 2, the demographic structure of the Indian society. So in this chapter, there are two theories are there. One is a transitional theory, another one is the Malthusian theory of population growth. So in this class, today we are going to discuss the Malthusian theory of population growth. Thomas Robert Malthus wrote a book named Essay on Population. It was written in 1798. So he mentioned about two things. So one, human population, another one is the means of human subsistence. So he actually said about the rate of population growth and the rate of agricultural production. That means of human subsistence. He talked about the agricultural production. So, and he showed in his book that the rate of population growth is much faster than the rate of agricultural production, and that is why there is a disproportion, or we can say it is not matching that agricultural production and the population growth, as because the population grows much faster than the agricultural production, and that is why many of the people goes in poverty. So in the rate of population growth, how it is increasing, he said it goes like geometric progression. So what is geometric progression? That means it go like 2, 4, 8, 16, 32. That means it just increasing in this order. 2, that means it's double, is 4. Then it's double again, it 8, 16, 32. Whereas the agricultural production in arithmetic progression, here we can find 2, 4, 6, 8, 2, 10. That means everywhere you can see just increase of two numbers, 2 everywhere. So we can see here this agricultural production is increasing in a very, or the growth or the rate of this agricultural production is slower than the rate of population growth. So he also mentioned some of the measures like controlling the growth of populations. So without controlling the growth of the population, it's not possible to make it in a very easy way to solve it. Okay, so he mentioned about some of the controlling the growth of populations. So how to control the growth of the populations? So again he mentioned about the two things. One, he talked about the voluntary, that means which is man-made, and another one is natural disaster. So two things, one is preventive checks, another one is positive checks. So what are the preventive checks are there? That means which are voluntarily. Once again I said it is man-made. That means when people can voluntarily do that, like example, postponing the marriage, celibacy, and the contraceptives, etc. Some of the measures human being can take to control the growth of the populations. And in the positive checks, we can see these are the natural disasters like famines, diseases, and like earthquakes, floods, like this. Some of the natural disasters which will also again control the growth of the populations. But his theory is again criticized by some of the scholars like liberal and the Marxist. They have criticized his theory. What they say, Malthus said about the poverty was caused by the population growth. In his theory, he mentioned that poverty was caused by population growth. But the liberal and the Marxist, they criticized that poverty and the starvation were caused by the unequal distribution of economic resources rather than this population growth. Because of the population growth there is poverty. So they said that poverty is the result of unequal distribution of economic resources. So it is not about the population growth, but it is about the unequal distribution of economic resources. I hope you have understand. Thank you.